Hi guys, it's a Blaster.
When you do 'em to the right song, let's shoot this movie and put this.
And I'm really happy to announce that I've just hit 100 subscribers. I know for you it might not seem like anything big, but for me it actually means a lot, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. So because of that, I promise you guys a surprise. So this is it. I'm going to be holding a backbend for 7 minutes. It's practically a challenge and also a story time while I tell you guys why I even started consortium. And not only that, I'm also going to be posting 2 other tutorials on my channel. So there's going to be 3 videos today. This one plus the 2 other stretching routines. I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to do a floor needle and a bridge. So you should probably go watch those after you watch this one, if you want to learn those tricks. Enough of my yapping, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using for the timer, which is currently in 7 minutes now. So I'm going to get into the back bend and start the time. So you set it down gently. Okay, so when I was a kid, like maybe when I was 6, 7, my mom would say I'm flexible, I could just sit and my legs will be placed in like the W shape, my legs will be like that. And then there was a particular day when I went to school, back when I was maybe, let's say, 8 years. And when I was 8, when I was still in primary school. So that day I went to school, and I don't know, we did something like a particular girl, I think she was showing something like ballet or something, and she was teaching the rest of us. And then somehow I found out I could split. So yeah, when I reached home, I did it a lot. I'd split, for like the next 1 week. I did it a lot. I would just split as often as I could. But then eventually I just stopped doing it. I guess I was still pretty young, so I guess I got tired of it, so I just stopped splitting and forgot about it. Then when I reached GS1, I had this friend, so she could split, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. I could do it before, and people really love to watch her split, and I was like, I could do this before. But then when I tried to do it when I was in GS1, I could no longer do it because I guess I became stiff after not doing it for a while. So I did what most everybody would do. I went to YouTube and made my research and did different stretching routines on how to learn the split, and somehow I was able to learn the split within 3 days. On the 3rd day, surprisingly, I just pushed myself a little more and I was able to do the split. It was still painful, but I got it, and I was very proud of myself. And after getting the split, I didn't stop stretching there. I kept stretching. Like when I first started stretching, I'd stretch for I could do about 7 stretching routines in just 1 day. At the same time, complete 7 stretching routines. And if you've never done a stretching routine before, you know how long stretching routines are. Normally around 11 to 12 minutes. So I do that every day. Like every single day, I complete 7 stretching routines, and it really paid off. And then one day I stumbled upon back stretches. I was already getting really good at my leg flexibility. And then one day I stumbled on back stretches, and I was like, wow, I can't do any of this. And then I was like, let me try the stretches. So I started working on back flexibility too. I started doing the stretches for those ones, working on it. Yeah, and then so slowly I was getting better, and I was noticing I could do it, most of it. I was getting it. I could do the bridge. I could do a split and arch my back and make my head to touch my leg, and I was really loving it. And then it was really fun. And then I was like, okay, so what do they call people that do stuff like this? I started to wonder. I was like, because I wasn't able to do flips or anything like that, So back then, so I was like, I want something. They can't call me ballerina, so I can't do I can't do ballet, and they can't call me a gymnast since I don't know gymnastics. So I thought. Then I searched for it on Google again, like, what do you call a really flexible person? And Google, like always, it brought out the word contortionist, and I was like, okay, contortion, okay, that's nice. Okay, so I'm a contortionist. But then as I kept getting older, my flexibility was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I did neglect stretching. I did stop stretching, but my flexibility didn't disappear. Yeah, no, my back flexibility, I don't normally stretch my back a lot. I don't like back stretches that much. I mostly stretch my legs. Cause I like leg stretches, but I don't like back stretching. I don't like stretch my back, except for when I want to do maybe TikToks or something like that. I could stretch, or if I just feel like it, once in a while I do back stretches. But mostly I just stretch my leg. And I noticed when I stopped stretching, I was losing my leg flexibility. I noticed my oversplit wasn't as high as it was before, so and which is around this SS1, and I'm currently in SS2. So I was like, okay, I have to start working on this again. So once again, I started stretching every single day, trying my best, and yeah, as expected, of course, the flexibility came back because yeah. So that's why I started contortion. It was not as if anybody had any drive, anybody asked me to. I was just a kid who just felt it was fun. And funny thing, how the plan was just to learn the split and stop. But then after I learned the split, I was like, I can't stop now. I'm getting so good at this, and I'm like, let me just continue. Let's see how far this takes me. I want to be like other flexible people. And now maybe like a couple of months ago, I was like, let me try to learn all these flips I said I couldn't do before. Let me start small. So I started with elbow stand, and I was like, okay. The first thing, well, let me say what helped me learn it was learning that when I fall, I'm not going to actually fall. I'm just going to land in an elbow bridge. So that fear that nothing's going to happen if I fall, that was what made me that. Once you've gotten rid of the fear, you've gotten it already. So, and then I found my balance, and then I was able to do my elbow stand pretty well, and then I kept improving it on that. And then one day on my TikTok, somebody was like, oh, could you try to do a handstand? And I was like, since I've got my elbow stand, let me try to do a handstand. So that particular day, I tried to do the handstand. I held it for like 1 second, and then I fell. No, I tried to do the handstand, but instead of doing a handstand, I fell and I landed in the bridge. So that way I did a walkover like that, and once again I got rid of the fear that, okay, so if I fall, I'm not going to actually fall, I'm just going to land in the bridge, and get rid of that fear. So I started practicing that, flipping over. I did like a couple of times until I was able to perfect the front walkover. Although I'm not gonna lie, I did fall one time while I was trying to make a video, but I didn't actually, there was no injuries, not really any pain, but I kept on working on it and perfected the front walkover. And now, so if I don't advise you to learn flips or something like that, it's just for you to, once you've gotten rid of the fear, I'm pretty sure you get this trick too. That's what I was most afraid of. I was like, oh my god, if I fall, I'm going to hurt myself. But no, I wasn't going to hurt myself. At least in elbow stand and handstand, those are currently the flips. Those tricks that I said I couldn't do before, that I thought I'd never be able to do this thing, because I was like, I'm not somebody who's good at flips or anything like that. So obviously I can't do anything, or I'm not good at balancing. So, like, nah, I can't do this. But advice I'd like to give you is just do it. Just work hard on it. Show up every day. Be consistent, and you'd be able to do it too. I can guarantee you. Just show up every day. Keep working hard. Keep practicing. Keep having the drive to stretch, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do it too. Anyone can do this. Anyone. If I can do it, you definitely can do it also, because there's nothing really special about me, Nothing really, oh my god, she's special. No, I'm not special. They're like, oh, are you naturally flexible? I'd say a little bit, but mainly I worked for most of my flexibility. So I just say I'm a little bit naturally flexible, just a little bit. Maybe like 25%, but for the remaining 75%, I had to work for that. So that's just my advice for you, and I hope you enjoy the story time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching that video. And once again, I'll say thank you for helping me to get to 100 subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.
I don't want to be bothered, but I want to know if it show me. If you see the man, you say the royal man. I don't want to be bothered, but I I want to if it shock you and try.